When we talk about Canelo Alvarez, a lot of people's pound for pound number one. How highly do you rate him, and why do you think you beat him?
I rate him as the best pound for pound at the moment. You know, I rate him as that because I have to in my own head. Because for me to defeat him, I'm not going in there. It's not for me. It's just not about money. We're all in it for the money. But for me, if they was to say you're definitely going to win, you know, but you're going to go home and you're not going to have a penny, I'd say yes, let's do that. So for me, it's all about winning. I really do rate him. I think that he's a brilliant fighter. He's complete. But the thing is, I believe, is that we've seen the best of him. You know, we haven't seen the best of me yet. I have seen the absolute best of him. The Golovkin fight twice, the Danny Jacobs fight. He's not going to get any better than that. And I believe that on my night, as long as everything's bang on right for me, I believe I've got the beating of Canelo Alvarez. But he's a brilliant champion. And, you know, you have to beat the best to be the best.
Obviously, from a UK perspective, a lot of people talking about whether you were going to get the fight or Callum Smith was going to get the fight. That is a fight you still want, the Callum Smith fight, the unification fight. And how much do you look into his performance against John Ryder? I know you had a good fight with John Ryder. You rate John Ryder really highly as well. A lot of people think that Callum didn't perform well in that fight, or was it just a case that John Ryder's underrated?
Look, I think a lot of people look at John Ryder and look at his record and go, oh, yeah, he's not particularly good. But I've shared the ring with John Ryder. He's probably given me one of my hardest nights I've had. And coming off from when we was both unbeaten as well, he didn't know what it was like to lose. So I had to push that extra mile more than anyone else. All right, he's got a bit more experience now. But I believe that John Ryder's a really good fighter. And I believe he'll give anybody in the division an absolute fight. He always comes to fight. He'll have a boxing match with you. I even sparred him for when I was boxing William Monroe. And I thought, when I sparred him, I thought, what a game cunt he is. You know, because he came in every day. Honestly, he came in every day. He was out of shape, but he came in every day and give it his all. And I respect him for that. I just think, you know, I believe that it was a close fight. You know, if John Ryder would have got the nod, you couldn't have really complained. I had him probably 1 or 2 ahead. But Callum Smith's also a great fighter. And I believe that if the Canelo fight didn't happen for me or him, you know, it's the only fight that really makes sense for the UK fans, whether that's at Anfield or whether it's at your call.
Do you think now up at 168 pounds that that's it for you now? I know that when we sat down, we talked about, you said you felt like you could box in both weight classes, but it seems like now most of the bigger fights are migrating up to 68. Yeah,
the thing is, I think all these fighters now, they're all just squeezing out the 160. You know, your Danny Jacobs was, you know, struggling to hold the weight. I believe Golovkin, you know, I think he's probably the more natural suited 160 at the moment at that weight than anyone in the division. But I think everyone's now just moving into the 160. I can make 160, especially now this stage of camp where I put myself, I can make that quite comfortably.